Environmental Planning Agency and our collaborators in bat conservation. Um, so my background in bats started at NEPA. I'm a sea turtle person. Andrea Donaldson is our bat person. And as a small, I want to say a small unit within the agency, we all help each other with all these various tasks. So it's all hands on deck. So you go out and you do, we're going out and doing surveys, you know, a sea turtle person, a botanist, a watershed person, they're all out helping log this equipment, and at the time we had a harp, and you learn more about that through, today. This harp was built by Sean Green, who's no longer at agency, who's a marine biologist. He went online, looked up what a harp looks like, said we can't afford this, and cut PVC, and we had our own homemade harp. And my first exposure to bats in capacity outside of growing up and seeing one eat a fruit or reading about one in passing was at work, going out, hiking through maca bush, sharp limestone, setting up and helping Andrea record these bats. Now, unbeknownst to me at the time when I started, the agency was embarking on mapping populations of bats throughout the island, different caves. Some of our bats, as you learned today, are endemic, and some of them are critically endangered. At the time, there was funding from TNC to try and relocate the Jamaica flower bat. And that bat is one of the linchpins of the collaboration with Bat Conservation International. At the time, work would have been done by Dr. Susan Koenig, other researchers, Jamaica Cave Organization, of representatives here today, would go out, and while they're doing their spelunking, and for those who don't know, spelunking is cave exploring, they would also record what they see there. And what was noticed was the Jamaican flower bat was no longer seen where it was previously recorded. So alarm bells went off, we need to find this bat. So I didn't know at the time, I was just new and never happy to go out and be in the forest looking at everything, that a lot of the work was specifically to relocate this bat. So it was relocated in 2011 in Boundbrook, Portland, in a cave called Stony Hill Cave, not to be confused with Stony Hill St. Andrew. And Mr. Moore's property is here today. And it was said, we have to protect this cave because we're not seeing them anywhere else. We don't know the status. And from there, it became a journey of trying to figure out how to preserve this cave and the species. So I think at the time, the NRCA was looking at maybe leasing the land or trying to get protection on the land, and this was a back and forth. And things are different priorities, shape and funding, so it was always there. Now, as Kevin mentioned, Bat Conservation International looks around the globe for critically endangered species and tries to put a stop to potential extinction and reduce threat. And at the time, they were looking at another critically endangered bat called the Jamaican funnel-ear bat. And I think they reached out to NEPA, finding out what work was being done on the bat, what the status was. And at the time, it was just said, oh, that's great. We also have this, raising that. And it was like, wow. So it was 2018 that they first came, and then we went out. It was a mixture of Jamaica Cave Organization, because they know where the caves are, going out with NEPA team, BCI team, and from there it was multiple visits to both Stony Hill Cave in Bolingbrook and St. Clair Cave. There was a a long process of trying to find out who owns St. Clair's Cave. It meant multiple calls, it meant going to the land agency, it meant, you know, just talking to people. I hear said this man owned it, here said that man owned it, tracking down family members, looking at titles, doing all of this. Eventually found somebody, because you can't just go and do work and set up shop, putting up fences on people's private property, right? So there was a lot of that. During that time, we've the many visits. The agency has benefited from the expertise of the BCI team, and they have left us with a lot of equipment. Every time they come, it's oh, this is yours now, and we're like, thank you, this is yours now. We're actually, I think we